Hey YouTube, Estacado 5000 here. What's up? Here's another retro deck profile. It's called Hopeless Dragons. So here we go. We got free Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This is like the main heart and soul of this build. You can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one face-up dragon type monster from on your side of the field. And then once per turn, you can special summon one dragon type monster from your hand or graveyard. So basically, this card is really cool because you can bring out like monsters like Dark Horus and Blizzard Dragon. You got a lot of options. Basically, I almost considered adding Prime Material Dragon in the build, but I opted against it for now. I might build a second version of this build, maybe, in the near future, probably in a couple months from now. So, basically, this card is like one of the best Dragon-type monsters in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! But now, in the present time, this effect has been altered. But back in the day, this effect was pretty dominant. Just saying. And it's really good with the spell card DDR, Different Dimension Reincarnation. If you banish this with Allure of Darkness, then if you have a DDR in your hand, you can activate that, get this back, and if you have a Dark Horse in your hand, you can special summon right to the field, and then on your first turn, you already have two monsters with a combined attack power of 5,800, so it's pretty cool. You got free Dark Horuses. Then you got free Blizzard Dragon. And then you got two Dark Creator. Then you got one Vanglon, the Dark Dragon Lord. Then you got one Dark Armed Dragon, one Dark Lord Zerato. This card, one Sky Scourge and Loreosis, it combos well with the Phantom of Chaos. Basically, the only reason why this is in here is because of this. Like, if you have Foolish Burial or Armageddon Knight in your hand, you can dump this card, and if you have Phantom of Chaos in your hand, you summon Phantom of Chaos, banish this, and then it copies the monster's attack and its effects. You pay 1,000 life points for this effect. All cards in both players' fields and hands go to the graveyard. Then you can draw one card. So that leaves your opponent at a severe disadvantage. But, however, another theory is it can also hurt you a little bit because you draw one card and you better hope it's like a Monster Reborn or like a Blizzard Dragon or something like that, because it could hurt your opponent, but it can also hurt you a little bit unless you use it at a really good time, obviously. You know what I mean? But it's still a pretty nasty effect because it really cripples your opponent from making a comeback, obviously. And Dark Lord Zerato, the reason why this is in here, because its other effect is, when you have 4 or more dark monsters with different names, you could summon this with one sacrifice. And its other effect is you send one other dark attribute monster from your hand to the graveyard, you can destroy all cards, all monsters in your opponent's field, and at the end phase, if you use the effect, though, it's destroyed. But that's pretty cool. The Dark Creator's effect, basically what this card does, you can only special summon this monster by having 5 or more dark monsters in your graveyard while you control no monsters. Once per turn, you can remove and play one dark monster from your graveyard to special summon one dark monster from your graveyard. So, in essence, you have this on the field. You banish a dark monster in your graveyard. You can summon, like, if you have a Red Eyes Darkness Metal in your graveyard, or Dark Lord Zerato, or Dark Horse, you can summon back onto the field. But like I said, the only way you can summon Dark Creator is if you have 5 or more dark monsters in your graveyard while you control no monsters on your side of the field. So, but it's pretty much worth it, obviously. And the Dark Arm's effect is obvious. You can only summon Dark Arm if you have exactly 3 dark attribute monsters in your graveyard. Then, when it's on the field, you can remove one dark monster from your graveyard from play to destroy one card on the field. And Blizzard Dragon's effect, once per turn, you can select one monster your opponent controls. It cannot change its battle positions or declare an attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it's pretty cool. You summon him, use its effect, and you can banish this, especially summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon from your hand. Then you got 2 Armageddon Knight. Basically, like I said earlier, you can use this effect to send the Sky Scourge and Loreosis to the graveyard, or Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to the graveyard, whichever you prefer. Then you got one Morphin Jar to wrap up the monsters. Now for the spell cards, you got free trade-in. This, you discard one level 8 monster to draw 2 cards. So you pitch a Dark Horus or Dark Lord Zerato, you draw 2 cards. So it gives you more resources. Then you got free Upstart Goblin. Then you got the 2 Allure of Darkness. Good combo. If you have like a DDR, Different Dimension Reincarnation, you can use this, banish the Red Eyes Darkest Metal Dragon from your hand, and use DDR, Different Dimension Reincarnation, to bring it back onto the field. So it's pretty cool. Then you got Future Fusion and Dragon's Mirror for the 5-headed dragon, obviously. Then you got the 2 Different Dimension Reincarnation. Very good card. You discard 1 card from your hand, select one of your banished monsters, and special summon back onto the field. So it's pretty cool. Then you got 1 Brain Control, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Giant True Nade, and then 1 Card Destruction and 1 Smashing Ground. Now for the trap cards, you got free Solemn Judgment, 2 Phoenix Wing Blast, 1 Torrential Tribute, and then 1 Return from the Different Dimension. And then you got the free 5-headed dragons. So that's the build. Hope you all enjoy. More videos coming soon. Later, guys.